So once we're doing this and I'm getting into here, what's kind of part 2 here?
Part 2, we're going to now add in the lever system, so we're going to let you hinge your wrist a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe start to see a little bit of fold in the right arm.
Okay, got it. So I'm starting the swing the same way.
Starting the swing exactly the same way, and then about the time the shaft gets parallel, now from there up to left arm parallel, you're going to add just a little hinging in.
Got it. Okay, okay, gotcha. So I'm still feeling the same kind of body dominant here to get moving. And once I get back to club parallel, I'm just going to repeat some of the stuff you say here. Once I get back to club parallel, I'm feeling a little bit of hinge here until roughly left arm parallel.
That's it.
So just really a minor addition to that little first piece. So I like that body motion. And then
what you'll notice is the ball's going to go significantly farther with the same amount of effort.
Hey guys, in today's video, we're gonna talk about how to build your golf swing in 3 simple steps. We've got a treat for you. We've got Milo from Golfletics here. He's gonna be here in a minute. We're out in beautiful Gold Canyon, Arizona at Superstition Mountain Golf Club. As you can see in the back, very nice out here. And we're gonna dive into that in a minute. Before we dive in, 2 quick things. Number 1, we have launched all of our golf schools in Bethlehem, PA this summer. If you'd love to come and get coaching from myself in person at a 2-day school, would love to have you. We'll put a link in the description down below. If you can't make it in person, would still love to work with you through CogornoGolf.com. That's our online membership community full of golfers like you and I looking to get better. I would love to work with you, help take your game to the next level. That's where you can send your swing in for me to analyze, give you priorities, take your game to the next level. You get access to everything we have, including all of the masterclass, the quick fix section, the member library, the practice section, and a lot more. Would love to see you there. We'll put a link in the description down below. All right, Mr. Milo, thanks for having us out here, man.
Welcome to
Appreciate you. And some of you guys know Golfletics, Milo's YouTube channel and Instagram. Certainly other videos that I watch. And we're lucky enough to have him out here with us today. And in today's video in particular, we're going to talk about 3 simple steps, right, to building a golf swing. Yeah. And so let's imagine I came in and I'm John down the street, and I come in for a golf lesson, and I'm looking for kind of 3 pieces to start with to build my golf swing. What would be some of the areas that you would work with someone on?
So, number 1, face.
Yep.
We'd get the face how we want it. Number 2, we'd learn how to rotate. Actually, first we'd get the shaft where we want it, so we don't get it steep, and then learn how to rotate. Those would be the 3 things.
Love that. So I want to literally pause this already this quick into this. Club face first, club shaft second, right? Swing direction, and then pivot rotation. Okay, maybe we've heard that or not before, once or twice. Now, before we dive into those 2, let's say when you're working with someone out here and you have kind of a little 3-stage drill or process to start out with, can you talk us through what you would do? I'll just flip-flop spots here.
Sure.
So kind of stage 1, stage 2, stage 3.
So generally every person that shows up, I make them, assuming I've already helped them with their grip and some other in their setup, I always will have them start with a little drill where they're not even using their hands at all. So their hands and arms are basically dead, and I start them hitting little pitch shots like this. So I'll put the ball on a tee. We'll start with little swings like that.
Yeah, let me dive in and try that here. So just kind of getting a foundation of how the body works, getting some turn and rotation, right? Building a foundation here. So am I starting this probably like shorter to mid-iron-ish club?
Yeah, generally I'll have them with like a 7, 8, 9, something like that.
Got it, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna take my normal setup. I'll just do 1 or 2 rehearsals to get started. So phase 1 of this, or part 1, is I'm gonna make a little backswing here, feeling all body, no arms and hands. And Milo, as I'm doing this, is there like a certain distance I would go to?
Yeah, I want to see the club get to about parallel to the ground on both sides.
Okay, got it, good. So parallel to the ground on both sides, all body, no arms and hands.
Exactly.
And now I'm gonna kind of clip a couple out there, and we're talking like,
if you're doing it right, you're not going to see the ball go very far. 20, 30 yards, maybe at the most.
Shorties. So I got this teed up. I got a 9-iron. I've got that little feel here, basically to club parallel on both sides. All turn, no arms and hands. Let's go ahead and do one. And of course, so that went a little farther.
So you took it back way farther than.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like, hey, I'm going to tell you I want you to hit it like 40 because I know you're going to actually hit it like 100. And so when I'm doing this drill here, I mean, of course, there's going to be like a little bit of arm and hand motion involuntarily, but the point being to feel
The point is to feel how your body turns to move the golf club.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so let me try that and actually do what you asked me to do there. Club parallel, or more that length here. All body, no arms and hands, shaft parallel.
That was closer.
Okay, good. So probably still double the distance, but it's a starting point. And you know, I can feel right away when I'm doing that, me who tends to get kind of here off the bat, feels very good, and I like that as a foundation for someone to start with, given you don't know anything about their swing, we're just getting started here. And so that would be phase one, or foundation number one. Let's talk in a minute about how we would add to that. Okay, so let's talk about phase or part two here, Milo. Let's say we were hitting shots, and in this first phase, just so people know, if I'm doing actually club parallel, body motions on both sides, is there like I'm doing a certain amount of reps, or I'm doing this until, I'm doing it for 15, 20 minutes, 1, 2, 3 sessions, depends?
I don't really have a set time frame.
Gotcha.
Generally, it's until you can hit it solid every time.
Yeah, show me you can do this.
Show me that you can do this
Okay.
and not hit it 100 yards.
Yeah, do until you get good at it.
Yeah.
Right, and then, so once we're doing this, and I'm getting into here, what's kind of part two here?
Part two, we're going to now add in the lever system, so we're going to let you hinge your wrists a little bit.
Gotcha, okay.
Maybe start to see a little bit of fold in the right arm.
Okay, got it. So I'm starting the swing the same way.
Starting the swing exactly the same way, and then about the time the shaft gets parallel, now from there up to left arm parallel, you're going to add just a little hinging in.
Got it, okay, gotcha. So I'm still feeling the same kind of body dominant here to get moving. And once I get back to club parallel, I'm just going to repeat some of the stuff you say here. Once I get back to club parallel, I'm feeling a little bit of hinge here until roughly left arm parallel.
That's it.
So just really a minor addition to that little first piece. So I like that body motion.
And then what you'll notice is the ball's going to go significantly farther with the same amount of effort.
Gotcha. With adding in
a lever.
Okay, got it. So let me see if I can actually be a good student here. Good. And maybe one or two where I do like a pause like that and actually break it up.
Yeah.
Milo, okay, good. So I'm going to do one together. So I'll body early, and then I'm adding a little bit of hinge, and that feels really good. What I really like about this, Milo, is as I'm doing it, it feels like by keeping things simple and focusing on those two pieces, easy for me to grasp, and it feels like I could really probably fix 10 different things that could have went wrong by just focusing on those two elements.
Exactly.
Yeah, and which I'm sure is the point of why you do that.
That's why I do it.
So body to here, body to first parallel, kind of hinging to left arm parallel, body motion on the way through. Let's go ahead and do one more of those. Kind of phase two here. Yeah, that feels really good for me. So that would be phase two, and I'm assuming by the conversation on kind of phase one, they're kind of staying here until they're getting good at this.
Yes.
Past second grade, before third grade.
Exactly.
So guys, that would be phase two. Let's talk a little bit here about phase three. All right, Milo, so phase two, continuing the idea of the body getting things moving, adding a little bit of a hinge, little lever here. Let's say I'm efficient at that, I'm getting good at that part. What would be the next phase?
So the next phase is to add in just a little more turn in the backswing and a little more in the follow through. So we're just growing the swing to basically a full golf swing.
Love it. So all body to here, feeling kind of no arms and hands, adding a little bit of hinge in now. Just this time as I'm doing it, if I'm hinging, I'm just going to continue to turn, let the arms and hands go a little.
You're just going to add a little more turn, yep.
And then a little bit of more turn on this side.
Exactly.
I can even feel already, someone who likes to get arms and hands, E, in the swing, I would need to live at this first phase for a little, just to kind of get the sensations of recruiting my body.
Yep. Generally in a lesson, we might spend the first half an hour just doing that.
Yeah, not two swings.
It's painful, but I call it foundation building. If you don't have the foundation, there's no point in going vertical with the building.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. So let me try kind of skipping ahead here. So kind of phase one, phase two, and just kind of adding a little bit more turn on both sides and put that together. Yeah, it feels good. It feels like my body's moving, you know? Whereas a lot of times I don't get that sensation.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it feels good. Well, what I really like about it, it feels good, I know I said this already, is like the simplicity of it, of how little I have to think about, but at the same time, understanding how many things you're really fixing by keeping it that simple. And so I love that. I don't know that we need to add much to that. I think that's a really simple way for people to get started, kind of regardless of where they're at.
Yeah,
You know?
almost every lesson I start with, even with professionals, we start there.
Got it. So you guys you heard it here first, Mr. Milo. 3 steps here to building a repeatable golf swing. Love this. Start short and slow. As Milo said, don't hit it 100 yards like I did. And if you guys did like this video, which I know you did, we're going to go ahead and put a couple other videos here at the top of the screen. Go ahead and click those and watch those. Now they're going to help you with this. Also, if you guys like the video, do me a favor, click the like button down below, click the notification bell, and please subscribe. Milo, thanks for having us out, man.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.